Hello guys, welcome to myself Simon Show. Today we have an incredible guest. He's a TV presenter, he's a YouTuber, he's an actor, he's a businessman, and a father. Today we are so gladly to welcome Moshe Ndiki in our studio. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Brother Bear. How are you?
I'm doing so
Thank
well.
you so much for having me, guys.
No, we feel honored and we are so appreciative. There's so many things that you could be doing, but you decided to come and spend these 2 hours with us, and we appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
How has fatherhood been lately?
Sure. It's been a very tricky journey. But I'm very grateful for each and every step. It's tricky because it's so weird how quickly they grow up. Like, for instance, next month they're going to be a year old. And I'm just like, where has the time gone? It was only just yesterday I remember just holding them for the first time, when they were born, holding them for the first time, like in my hand. And I'm just like, "Hey, boy, 12 months, say, and just watching them grow into their own personalities, and them breaking things around the house. They're at that stage because now they are crawling and walking, holding on to things. So it's been quite challenging, but I would definitely say rewarding.
One day I'm interested in being a father.
Uh-huh.
So one thing I always ask myself is like, how am I going to feel the first time if someone tells me I'm pregnant for you? How was the feeling when you got the news that she's pregnant?
I remember where was I? I think I found out on, was I on set? Or I think it was when I found out the gender when I was on set. Um, I think, yeah, actually, I was definitely on set. So she called me and she was like, okay, after we did the inserting, and she was like, I've got news to tell you. I was like, oh my word, please don't tell me it didn't work, you know. But I also thought, okay, how could she have known if it didn't work? But no, Kanene, after the 2 weeks, that's when you go take a pregnancy test. But again, let me not jump to things. I was like, okay, then what's happening? And then after she told me, um, like it was like being transferred to another parallel universe. It's like "Ndisemhlabeni, but I'm not semhlabeni." Like I'm here, but I'm not here. Um, Let me tell you, I don't think I've finished an episode of Seven Colors so quickly. Like when I was shooting, I was like, guys, I need to go. I need to go. I'm like, but okay, where am I rushing to? But I just wanted to just get home. Yeah, not be because I'm sebenzini, even though I love my job so much. But tangafuna sebenzini, I just wanted to be at home, to pray, to just be in my space, um, to be in my space of gratitude. Just to be grateful. Can this my mail and I'm DT? Okay, yes, Indoni, this is what's happening.
No, that's great. I love kids a lot, and sometimes most of the kids they love me too.
Do you have siblings?
I not young siblings. I have older
You
siblings.
have older siblings,
I'm
so
the last born.
you're sort of like an only child.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it happens like that because I'm an only child, and when you're an only child, it happens, man. But because when I don't know whether like, well, I do have siblings, but they are on my dad's side, so we didn't all really grow up in the like as one unit in one family home. Um, so I don't know. There's something about only children and lost borns who have got like older siblings that have got I don't know, like special
Yeah,
energies with
so true.
children. I don't know whether it's a thing of it's like I don't know. There's just something. There's just literally always something about it. That's why I was like, it's either you're an only child or you've got older siblings, but you grew up mostly like as an only child because I'm sure your siblings were like much older and they were working and right.
Yes,
Mm. I
Not a
know things.
professor.
I know things.
um, while you were in varsity, have you always known that one day Moshe wants to be a TV presenter, wants to be an actor?
Definitely. Hence, that's what I was studying. At first, I think in high school, I wanted to become a social worker, and then I was like, Ish, I'm a social worker. That's just going to. I've got this thing where I take people's problems and I make them my own. So it was going to be very difficult for me to, be professional about that because I'm always going to be stressing about my patients or my clients and whatnot. And then I was like, doctor, like, one, ndiyaloyika igazi. Ooh,
Yeah.
blood, yo, like even just people being injured again. If someone is injured, I'm just like, oh my word, like I can't help but feel or just take that pain as well. And I was like, no. Also, well, my maths marks weren't the greatest, but that's another story for another day. So when I went to study for television, acting, and presenting, I felt at home because I mean I did do drama and music in high school. I played the piano. I was in the choir. If you notice, I'm not mentioning any sports because I didn't do any sports. So I was very much involved culturally. So I've always known that this is what I've wanted to do. But I think somehow I didn't know the how. I mean, I know about, okay, there were auditions. Um, but I didn't know that I would, be where I am or land where I am today because of YouTube, for instance. And for that, I mean, I'll always and forever be grateful.
That's dope. Where did you study when you left home and went to
Okay.
varsity?
So, varsity, I studied at AFTA.
Oh.
Yeah. So I studied at AFTA, and it was a beautiful experience. I still have, and I still have maintained those friendships till today. The friendships that I made in first year even. And then yeah, what did I study? Oh damn, it was writing, it was directing, it was acting and editing. Yeah, those were my four core courses. Yes, my core courses. And then I did producing as well. I don't know, man. It was such a different experience, but okay, it's different because also it is my first experience in terms of because I mean from high school to doing that because high school was more theater and stage, and to see and watch videos on YouTube of how the industry really looks like in terms of having cameras at our disposal in our first year, being exposed to essentially the real life world of film was definitely something else, and it was a beautiful experience. Learning how to work the camera. Don't know if I can still do that right now, because it's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of
A
years.
skill wants to be always sharpened. You
Exactly.
forget a lot
So
of things.
I sharpened my on-screen skill, which was acting and TV presenting. And well, I mean, in terms of producing, I think, and directing, that comes. I wouldn't say naturally because it's got. You need to be very stable-minded to do that because there's numbers, there's putting together things, and. So I think with all of those, really directing, script writing, TV presenting, acting and producing. Yeah, those ones are the ones that I think I can just wake up and do them.
Which one is your
But
favorite?
but don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it.
Which one
Uh,
is your favorite?
I yo I don't want to lie. This is like asking which one is your favorite child. um, I love acting because I get to delve into a completely another world which is beside myself, and I immerse myself in that world with my body, using my body, my voice, my eyes, and so forth. But with presenting, it's in the moment, it's here, it's there's just something about it that just that gets my blood flowing, and I'm just like, oh my word, especially when I'm doing a show that's live. So also, I mean, with script writing as well, I'm a word, I love it. I love storytelling. I love storytelling, just letting your imagination flow. But if I were to say, I would say, let me go with TV presenting.
Yes, yes.
Definitely TV presenting then. If I was forced with a gun on my head to choose, I would say TV presenting.
Yesterday was marking, I don't know if third year or fourth year since the passing of the late Shona Ferguson.
Yes.
What was the feeling that you felt when you first heard the news, and how did you find out about it?
Yo, Oprah show was his energy. Like he was his energy. You there was no way you could be in a room and not know that he's around.
Yes.
He was he doesn't think I'm an Englishman enigmatic. I remember the first time I met him. I had just gotten the news that I'm going to be on The Queen, and the casting coordinator then was his daughter, Osedi. And he walked in, gave me the biggest smile and the biggest hug. It was like, "Sean, my friend, are you good?" I'm like,
And it's too big.
oh my word. I'm like, it felt like a brother that I had known for all of my life, and I remember getting the news. I was out for lunch. We were at Gemelli. I was, completely devastated because, the impact that he had on the industry in terms of storytelling, just how he was, just how he was to just people on set. Yes, he's your boss, but it's sort of like you can just speak to him about anything and everything that bothers you. I worked quite closely with Umam Koni, his wife as well. And it was just a beautiful, it's like working. What's her name?